Speaking of getting things off of somebody's chest, Mitch, how's it feel to have that white man's balls? That man's whole cock and testicles have been finally removed. Like, you feel stronger, like, you know what I mean? Rock Lee without the weights, Piccolo without his cape, you without Tom Brady's nuts.
It's been a sad week, but I feel like honestly, like it's cool to see Tom Brady go out on his own terms. Like, I think especially with everybody that was like rooting for him to like fall off the cliff, like Max Kellerman and all those dudes saying he's gonna,
be trash,
basically. Trash, and to literally go out having thrown for 5,300 yards and 40 touchdowns at the age of 44.
That's crazy. Ridiculous.
That's
ridiculous.
It'll never happen again.
Even hitting that 5,000 yard mark is so difficult to do, and he surpassed. Like, hey, that's the GOAT. Salute to him, man. Like, literally, I mean, we can all speak to this. Like, most of us when we started watching football, like we associated Tom Brady with football.
That's cap.
So it's crazy.
You're just a hater.
This dude's a hater, bro.
You're a big hater, bro. Jesus Christ.
I mean, he's
people in everything.
You of all people should be familiar with Tom Brady early on in your football following, bro. Don't play. Don't play.
It is literally Black History Month. I watched the game and chose the blacks. You chose the whites. Moving on.
If you want to argue, I don't.
I just have the same issue that I kind of had with Joe Burrow, in that as soon as this dude Tom Brady retires, now we start talking about, he's the greatest athlete of all time.
He is debatably one of the.
Jordan.
I'll say this. He is debatably. He is you can make an argument. He is one of the greatest team athletes of all time. I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, definitely.
Athlete.
It's not even team. No, team. Yeah, team athlete. Team sports. Yeah. So when I say athlete, I'm not talking about like their athletic ability. I'm just talking about their ability to play that position or play their role within their. For me, it's just about your ability to excel in your position. Like, so the reason why I look at like a Jordan, you look at Jordan as a GOAT, is because like he's just the standard. Like, if you want to talk about like excelling and dominating, he's the standard, right? And my equivalent for that out of football would be Tom Brady. Like, there's nobody else. 7 Super Bowls. He alone has more Super Bowl championships than all the other teams in the league.
That's ridiculous.
And he's been to 10 Super Bowls. And he's only 2 drives in a combined like 6 minutes away from winning those 2. So like, come on now.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's not even.
It doesn't make sense to me how we can compare a white man to Michael Jeffrey Jordan when for half of the Super Bowls he was either unimportant or he cheated. So please explain to me. Out of these 7,
28-3 was unimportant, nigga.
This is why you cannot talk about it. Because he downplays the role of the quarterback.
I don't downplay the role of the
quarterback. You downplay the role of the quarterback.
You downplay Carson Wentz, who literally did a lot for the Eagles. You downplayed him too as well.
I feel like
can I get my point off? Can I get my point off?
Yeah.
Can I get my point off? I said yeah.
I need to interject real quick. I'm looking at the rankings here, the Asian quarterback rankings, Pro Football Focus. Tom Brady's 1, Aaron Rodgers 2, Herbert is 3, Joe Burrow is 4, Josh Allen is 5, Matt Stafford is 6.
Where's Pat Mahomes in that? Not in there.
That is
Matt Stafford though.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, who's before Matt Stafford?
All right, Joe Burrow by 1. I mean, Justin Herbert's above both of them.
Yeah, you're right. But no, Tom Brady, bro. I think you compare Tom Brady to anybody.
Hold on. So let me. All right.
Is that what we're doing?
Hold on. Let me move. Let me move. So let me get my point.
Hey, but show that first Super Bowl though.
You're telling me that a quarterback that was on a defensive team the first 2-3 years of his career, that literally has been riddled with scandal. Clearly, his coach ain't the most honest, most trustworthy man. We have the text messages, okay? Clearly, he's a part of a system that's trying to keep brothers down, okay?
This dude, you're about to do that to him, bro. You are a bitch.
No. This dude's a Skip Bayless. Bro.
Can I finish?
Yeah, bro. You're just an ant-man, bro.
He's playing a role right now. Go ahead, though.
Can I finish? You guys are trying to tell me that this dude is better than Michael Jordan, better than Muhammad Ali, better than Serena Williams, better than all of the great athletes.
Tiger Woods.
I said team sports.
Even if I extend it to team sports, Michael Jordan, Okay, you guys are trying to tell me that he's better than these athletes.
Mitch. I'm gonna cook him right here. When did Michael Jordan retire?
Finish.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
My main point.
Hey, keep in mind this man has never seen Michael Jordan play. But go ahead, continue. It's all hearsay.
Bro, I can make it. I can
Go
make
ahead.
it. I can
Go
make
ahead,
a case
though. Go ahead,
not
though.
even as dominant as LeBron. But anyway, moving on.
What?
We're talking about Michael Jordan here. We're talking about Michael Jordan here. We're talking about Michael Jordan here. We're talking about not only a top 5 offensive player ever. We're talking about a top 5 defensive player.
This point is moot. This point is moot because it's
Can I finish it? God damn it!
Nah, this man can't even get his shit off. That's crazy.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. This
Oh
dude,
my
Michael
God.
Jordan, literally dominated not only both sides of the ball, he also plays a sport where he has to command more of a role in the offense, more of a role in the defense, talk about leading a culture, talk about changing the game. Michael Jordan has probably changed basketball more than Tom Brady will ever even dream of changing football, period. Not only did Michael Jordan influence damn near the entire league today, he changed the culture on the Bulls. He changed the culture of the NBA. He changed everything. They had to change the rules for Michael Jordan. But moving on, all I'm trying to say is we had these conversations about quarterbacks, right? I get it. Quarterbacks have a more important. Cool.
Let's
don't
talk.
care.
Let's talk.
We're talking about Jordan.
Talk.
We're talking about Jordan.
Yo, if I'm
talking about Jordan.
you can see the ring that you gave us. Hold on.
We're talking about Jordan.
One of them. There it is.
Talking about
There it is.
Jordan.
Thank you, Donovan.
Literally, when this man retired, all I saw was people talking about he's the greatest athlete ever. We literally had a conversation earlier about how the quarterback is more important than wide receiver, and I conceded that. Therefore, you have to concede that a singular basketball player on a great team is more important to his team than a quarterback is for his NFL team.
Nah,
The nature of the sport, and I don't agree. But
I don't agree.
Do you agree that a quarterback is more important than a wide receiver?
I
Yeah.
agree that a quarterback plays a more important role than a wide receiver, and I'd agree that they play a more important role than one single person on the basketball team. I'd say that.
That's cap.
He's the most important person on the
I would say that.
team, period.
That's the
illogical.
reason. That's the reason why.
Hey,
that's the reason why.
let's
Go
just
ahead.
do this real quick. When Jordan left the Bulls and retired and played baseball, did the Bulls make it to the Eastern Conference Finals?
The Patriots went 10-6.
No. They
missed the playoffs.
They went 10 and 6.
They weren't even a playoff team.
10-6 would have made the playoffs this year. They went 10-6. There was a good team. What are you talking about?
No, I'm asking you a question. Did they go to the Eastern Conference Finals? Yes or no?
I can't. I think so.
They did.
They did.
Okay.
What
And
have
they
the
lost.
Patriots? What have the Patriots done since Tom Brady left?
Didn't they just make the playoffs this year?
What happened to them?
Didn't they just win the playoffs this year?
blown
What
out.
happened to them?
They lost in the playoffs.
How bad?
Doesn't matter. They literally made it to the playoffs the second year without him. They made the playoffs when he tore his ACL, MCL, whatever the
We
fuck.
didn't make the
They,
playoffs.
they went 10
They
and 6.
didn't make the playoffs.
went
They
10
didn't
and
make the
6.
playoffs.
That would have made the
They
playoffs
should've.
this year in
They
both
should've.
conferences.
But they
10 and
didn't.
6.
But they
Josh,
didn't.
They were a good team. They were a good team. Jordan had a good team too. Look, if you want to be a great player, you have to have a good team. What I'm saying is that a quarterback isn't as important as a
It
pivotal
is important
player
because guess
I
what?
think it-
Tom Brady
player
goes to
on his
Tampa
team.
Bay 1 year. What happens?
I mean, they win a Super Bowl.
They literally.
Okay, thank
They
you.
just-
I'm not
Matter
saying he's
before
not
that.
a great quarterback.
Thank
I'm
you.
saying he's not as great as Michael Jordan.
Oh my, yo, if you had Jameis Winston who had 30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns, and you go from Tom Brady to that, and he brings you to a Super Bowl against arguably the best offense we've ever seen and beats them, what does that tell you?
It tells
Look,
me he's a great
I'll say
quarterback.
this. I'll say
He's
this.
not as great as Michael Jordan. He's
How
not
does
the
that not
greatest
tell-
athlete of all time.
That is literally impact.
know.
I mean,
went
yeah,
to-
I'm not gonna
like-
say he's the greatest athlete of all time. That's absurd. But
Thank you.
I say I'm not saying okay. When you say athlete, are you talking about like what are you trying to like? How are you defining athlete? Because I know
Niggas
some
that can
people
jump, run, and all that. Other
I'm not
business.
talking
No.
about.
I'm not even
I'm not
saying
talking
that.
about. I'm not talking about that. I think it's if you're sitting here that there's no debate. I think that's cap. Like I don't see how you can't start to actually talk about
so you're
how
gonna put,
much.
All right, I keep forgetting we're talking about team sports, I suppose. So I guess that is.
That's
a
what I'm
little
saying.
bit
Like
different.
my thing is, I keep saying this. Like usually we have a difficulty finding an equivalent across sports, right? And if we're gonna try and find an equivalent, like I was saying to you, Josh, there needs to be a common factor, right? Because the sports are different. So that common factor for me is dominance, winning,
Rings.
rings. Those are those, and yeah, I'd say those are the and excellence.
7.
Excellence, as close to perfect as you can get at playing your role on a team, right? Those are the common things. So my thing is, if this whole time, Jordan, we haven't found anybody in team sports who we could compare to him. I feel like if we were going to choose somebody, it would be Tom Brady. I don't think it's crazy to make that assumption. This dude, again, has more rings than every other franchise in the NFL. I don't understand what else he has.
That's damn near.
And it's crazy because he's 44 and he had an MVP season. He threw for 5,300 yards. He's not retiring because he can't.
He
play.
sucks. Yeah, he is not retiring because of that.
He's retiring because he got bored. Nobody could stop him. he's gonna
Nah,
go.
wifey said come home. That's what it was.
Yeah. He's gonna go to his
Get
wife.
your ass
and
home. I'm
like,
done
look,
with this.
He's like,
The
yo.
only thing that Michael Jordan and Tom Brady have in common is that they're terrible fathers. Okay. When I tell you that Michael Jordan,
Violating.
do you guys understand Michael Jordan was an all-star on the Wizards? He came back
Do you
and averaged 20-something points. Do you guys remember he retired for 2 years and came back and won 3 more? Do you guys understand that this dude, even in 92, 93, was being considered the greatest basketball player of all time? And then he comes back and wins 3 more. Do you guys understand that Bob Knight said that Jeffrey Jordan was the greatest player he'd ever seen fucking play? Do I have to tell y'all that for 75% of Tom Brady's career, Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning was considered a better quarterback than him?
Hey, Mitch, hold on. How many rings do those guys have?
Peyton has 2.
It's a team
Aaron
sport.
has 1.
It's a team sport.
Oh, so now it's a
Aaron
team sport.
Rodgers
This is
cannot
what I'm
even beat the
saying.
49ers, and you want to compare him to Tom Brady?
Huh? You're telling me that for the past
Aaron
5
Rodgers
years,
can't even beat
people
the
are saying
Josh,
Aaron Rodgers
Josh,
was a better
Josh, Tom
thrower
Brady.
of the
Josh,
ball,
let
more
me ask you,
athletic.
Josh. Let me
outta
ask you
here.
this question. Let me ask you this question and be honest.
I'm being honest.
If you're starting a franchise and you're picking any quarterback in NFL history, who are you picking?
Pat
Tom
Mahomes.
Brady.
And then you're okay. Then I don't know what to
Who
say.
did he say?
Who'd you
I
say?
said Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes.
I don't know what to say. Dude. I don't know
Pat
what to say.
Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes can't even beat him. He hasn't beaten
Pat
him.
Mahomes.
He hasn't beaten Tom Brady.
He hasn't beaten Tom Brady in the playoffs. He hasn't beaten
Pat
him.
Mahomes. Pat Mahomes.
This is what I'm talking about.
When I look at Pat Mahomes,
you have bias, bro.
we're watching different games.
When I objectively look at the game, Mitch, you remember earlier in this season.
This is why. Listen.
Wait,
this is
wait,
why-
hold
Go
on.
ahead.
You remember
Go ahead.
earlier in this season when I told you when they played the Eagles,
Mhm.
or maybe this was 2 years ago. I can't remember this year, or last year. Anyway, they're
Okay.
playing the Eagles, and I told you their offense. It's run, pass, run, pass, run, pass.
Yeah.
Honestly, Tom Brady's not even throwing
Yeah,
the ball that well, right? I told you that, right?
Okay.
You didn't believe me.
Okay.
And then we watched the next game,
Mhm.
and you saw the Ducks.
Mhm.
You saw the overthrows.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah.
They won both games.
He had some
Okay?
bad throws.
They,
Yeah.
they won both games. Okay. I've
This
seen
is-
Tom Brady play, and I'm
Okay.
telling you, I've seen Aaron Rodgers and Pat Mahomes make plays, make throws he can't do. There are things that they can do on a football field that Tom Brady simply can't.
what
do.
does that
This-
mean then?
No. But this is
What does
why.
that
This is
mean?
why I'm saying I
What
feel
does
like
that mean? What does
this
that,
is what I'm
what,
saying.
what,
This-
what that
This
means?
is what I'm getting at. I feel like we're not when we talk about the quarterback position, it's more than just being able to make those throws. This is why I'm saying like it's not just your arm strength. If that were the case, then like I brought up before, Jamarcus Russell should be the best quarterback of all time. Like, he doesn't bring that mentality, that winning mentality, his decision making, ability to step up in the clutch. There's a reason why when people, I said this in the chat, when people, you did this. I mean, the Bucks were playing, and you were like, "Hey, Tom Brady got the ball with 1:50. You better come out, see what's gonna happen." There's a reason why when there's a reason. It's the same way when
It's the
You
same
know
thing
who
with
the
Pat
boy
Mahomes.
is, nigga. That's
reason-
what it
It's
is.
the
the
same thing
reason-
with Pat Mahomes.
it's the
You're telling
reason
me
why-
that this
No,
entire
you
year, with the
didn't. No, you
exception of
didn't.
literally
No,
this last past
Josh,
game,
no,
people
Josh, no,
weren't
you didn't.
saying that.
Josh, no, you
Ask the
didn't.
Bills. What are you talking about? Literally,
Ask the Bengals. What are
Ask
you
the
talking
Bills.
about?
Josh,
No, I said, with the exception of this past game, literally Pat Mahomes
boo.
has been the definition of clutch the last 2-3 seasons. Don't tell me he hasn't. Everybody
More-
knew if you
more
give
than
Pat
Tom
Mahomes
Brady?
a chance.
More than Tom Brady?
Pat Mahomes is literally
Past 2 years, definitely.
Hell
in the
no.
past 2 years.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
Wait, didn't he just lose to Tom Brady? I'm confused. In the Super Bowl.
No,
What are
in
we talking
terms of
about?
clutch, you're telling me in the past 2
I
years,
started out like ass this year.
Pat Mahomes hasn't been the definition of if you
This
give
year?
him the ball.
This year, Pat has
Yes,
played.
with the
this-
exception of
Pat-
literally
Pat-
the last
Pat-
game.
He played
No.
down. He played down.
He played down. He did not have a good. He played down.
Ask the Bills. Ask every other team. He's not a
Hey,
four-
look,
quarter
started
line.
off
look,
ass this year.
all I'm saying, all I'm getting to again, man, is the quarterback position takes a lot more than just the ability to throw the ball. And I think scouts know it. If you've played football, you know it. Tom Brady has every skill that you need to get your team where you want to go. And he's proved it. I don't know what else he has to do. He has
But them scouts be forgetting every year. It's like they forget
That's what
that
I'm
just
saying.
because
They
a quarterback can throw the ball or is tall is going to
That's
be the
what I'm
next
saying.
GOAT.
That's
Like
what I'm
what
saying.
happened the same year that when Brady was at Michigan. They had the dude that played baseball that came up.
Drew Henson.
We want him. We want him. We think he's the truth.
And was trash.
It was ass.
Ass.
Giovanni Carmazzi.
Like Josh, you
Come on,
gotta like get that head out your heart. I know, bro is, everything you want to be in life. But I'm just saying, like, literally, that Tom Brady is not only making those throws, being clutch, but he's reading defenses. He knows what you're doing before you even gonna do it. His preparation is crazy, bro.
Every
Like this
defender
nigga,
says that.
this is excellence.
Ray
Like
Lewis.
this dude is just a dog.
I understand what Josh is saying though. Like when it comes to like when I'm thinking a great quarterback, as far as like you said, just overall at the position, like you said, I'm thinking with the Aaron Rodgers of the world, the Patrick Mahomes of the world, who can make those crazy plays, those crazy arm angles, those crazy throws that the average quarterback would not make. But in your defense, this man Tom Brady,
decision making,
it's just different because it's like the team that he took to the Super Bowl and won, like nobody else is really doing it. 2 straight clean white boy receivers.
And I'll say
also,
this.
hold on,
in the championship.
Hold on, Mitch. Hey, Mitch.
And I'll say this again.
Mitch, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
The year that Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, he had to go through Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers,
and
Pat Mahomes.
That was after everybody was saying that that Tom could only get to the Super Bowl because the AFC was weak. Then he went to the NFC and beat every quarterback. Come on now. I don't know what I don't know what else this man has to do.
And Josh, before you speak, Aaron Rodgers had the chance to actually win the game. He didn't because his decision making. He didn't make the right decision in a certain play.
It's the intangibles.
Yeah, bro. He just
very rarely do you see Tom Brady lose his team a game. Very
Tom
rarely.
Brady said,
very rarely.
Third down. Third down.
One
regular season. Regular season.
Yeah.
I'll just say.
Very rarely. I mean, look, Pat Mahomes is dope. Don't get. I'm not saying he's trash at all. Like he's
the future,
super gifted, man. But I'm telling you, people are also starting to figure him out too. You drop 8 and let him run around back there. You'll get to him eventually. That's what
and that's what the Bengals did.
That's what the Bengals did to him now, and we're gonna see more of those defenses coming. That's why this has been his down year.
Look, guys, look.
Bro was struggling against the Commanders. He's struggling against the Commanders.
Look, I get it. Okay,
Command you shut the hell up. Bitch.
I'm not saying that Pat Mahomes is greater than Tom Brady all time if he retired.
What are you saying?
I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that Tom Brady isn't the greatest athlete to ever walk this earth. That's just cap.
I agree.
And when you compare him to the great athletes, especially people that have to do multiple things, wear multiple hats. Don't get me wrong. I get it. The quarterback position, it is important. But
listen. Playing quarterback is harder. I think playing quarterback is the most difficult position in all of team sports.
Quarterback,
yes.
Cornerback.
Not quarterback is
Cornerback, bro.
Quarterback.
You don't even know what a receiver about to run. You got to try and guess what it like, bro. No, I had to discuss Tanner because I agree. Quarterback is hard as hell because you got to be able to read. Actually, no. Fucking Patrick Mahomes is out here talking about he ain't even learn how to read defenses till like last year. And he was just out there having fun.
But they figured him. Like I said, they figured him out. But like again, like you're as a quarterback, I think the quarterback runs the locker room. The quarterback is the leader of the team. He has to understand defenses of all the other 31 teams in the NFL.
Does he play defense?
You go play corner against.
Does he play defense?
Tell me how hard that is.
Does he play defense?
Listen, that's the nature. Again, does he run the ball? He has to understand his offense. He has to understand what all his receivers are doing, all the option routes, all the audibles. He has to understand and run that team like an oil machine.
Much pressure.
That's why. That's what I'm saying. If you've played football at any level past like at high school or like past that, like You know this. So,
But no, but hear me out. But hear me out.
And
though,
again,
right?
and look, and you can't say.
No, shut the fuck up, nigga.
No. I'll let you get yours off.
You did it. You did that. You cut me off.
No.
You cut me off.
This is the last piece. This is my last point, and then I'm done. This is my last point. My last point. You can't say that.
Josh fed up.
You can't say that because Jordan played defense and offense, that automatically just puts him above every athlete who's never played basketball. Like you can't. It's just the nature of the sport.
That's not what I'm saying. If I finish my point, I tell you that.
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's just the nature of the sport, man.
That's what I'm saying. Look, what I'm even to address your most recent point. If a team player wants to be better all time than an individual player, they have to do more. The quarterback is the most difficult. Look, Jimmy G was in a conference championship, okay? That motherfucker doesn't even know how to throw the ball. Literally, the one time that they had an opportunity to show that he could, he had like 2 straight incompletions, lose the game almost immediately because they had to rely on Jimmy G, okay? So I hear you, okay? Quarterback is difficult. I get it. But if Michael Jordan has a similar performance, okay, they don't win the game. Why? He has to play defense. He has to play offense. This is the equivalent. What if the quarterback, the closer equivalent to an NFL team is a quarterback that also has to run the ball. So we're talking about the RG3s, the Michael Vicks.
Whoa.
Pronto,
right? Whoa. What were you saying?
Did you just bring up RG3?
No, what I'm saying is
don't even say that man's name.
No. You guys hear me? Hold on. Listen to me. If Tom Brady was also responsible for running the ball, a la Lamar Jackson has more responsibilities on the Ravens than Tom Brady does on the Bucks.
Now responsibilities, he has more options on what he could do.
No,
Tom Brady if Tom Brady's under duress, he's not about to get up out that pocket.
Lamar Jackson is responsible for not only the passing game, he's also responsible for the running game. And if I'm going to extend that to the NBA, Michael Jordan is also responsible for the defense. You guys aren't hearing me, okay? So I hear you.
You have a running back for a reason. You should be responsible for the running game. But that's your job.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it should or should not be. I'm saying if you're in that scenario, you have more responsibility. Look, your responsibility could be A, B. If the coach says you're also responsible for C, you also have to consider option routes. You also have to consider, in practicing all this other shit. You also have to understand running lanes and X, Y, Z. You have more responsibility. That's all I'm saying. So if a quarterback is on a team sport, he has to outperform an individual by such a large margin. I'm saying it's possible. I'm just saying Tom Brady hasn't done that. I'm saying that Tom Brady has not done enough at the quarterback position, a team sport where he's the cheater, where he wasn't the most important player, X, Y, Z, to overwrite a Michael Jeffrey Jordan who won 3, retired twice, and then won 3 again.
Tom Brady's the greatest football player of all time. That's what it is. Tom Brady's the greatest football player of all time.
Sure, maybe. Mitch, we talked about it earlier. We were having a conversation. It might be Jerry Rice. We had a conversation about this earlier. Could be Deion Sanders.
I guess for Brady,
Deion Sanders is one of the best athletes of all time. If we're talking about athletes,
for Brady to be in that conversation, I guess he'll just have to win 10 Super Bowls, maybe like 12. 12.
Brady's got to do more.
He might.
What more do you want?
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Bill Russell has how many NFL or NBA?
That's
rings?
Another thing too.
It's possible.
This is another thing too. 2 different sports. It's so difficult to get to 1 Super Bowl. In the NBA, dudes be winning 15 championships. It's just a different sport. That's why.
No, it's actually statistically it's harder to get an.
Okay, that was a different era of basketball. We ain't talking about that.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
Nigga, that's way. That was an ass.
Why does everyone?
It's harder to get an NBA ring.
That era was ass. That's what they didn't think black people were equal people, but we was out here killing.
There's more parity in the NFL than there is in the NBA. You can randomly fuck around and win an NFL ring. You can't beat a better team 4 out of 7 games. That's why there's so many dynasties in the NBA. Like there's fewer franchises that have won NBA rings than there are franchises that have won NFL rings.
You can catch a team slipping on any given night in the NFL for sure. Yeah,
you can. Like the Giants could mess around and beat the Patriots, but would they have won 4 out of 7 games?
On a helmet catch.
Right, hell no. It just wouldn't happen. It's harder.
We've also had the Cavaliers come back from 3-1.
True. I mean, true. It's just harder. It's just harder. It's harder to win.
I think it's really harder to win an NBA. I mean, an NFL championship.
I think it's
just
harder
for the
to win
sheer
an NFL.
fact. I just think it's harder because of like the toll on your body, where you're getting hit every play damn near on if you're playing offensive line, where like your offensive line has to hold these guys up for the quarterback to have time to throw the ball.
They better not be holding nothing.
Well, I mean, they got to do something. But I'm just saying, like, Tom Brady, like 7 rings, bro. That's more than any other franchise. As one man, he has more than any other franchise. Josh, there's niggas that don't even reach the Super Bowl, let alone win one. He has 7 of them, and he's been to 10. Josh, what more do you need, bro? Like you can talk about the Deflategate, which was the corniest shit I've ever seen. Like, oh yeah, you guys let the air out of the balls. That's why we lost. No, nigga, you guys didn't game plan well enough, and you guys stink. And I'm Tom Brady, and I'm better than you. Literally, it's just crazy that like people really use that as an excuse to bring him down. It was pitiful.
We gonna talk about Spygate?
Yeah, because that's valid.
We're gonna talk about Spygate. We're gonna talk
What
about.
about that though? Other teams were doing that shit too.
They
just got caught.
They were, but whatever.
I'm just saying they cheat. I'm just saying they cheat. And
then after they found out that they took the Jets and it took the Jets play calls, whatever, they stopped doing it and still won a Super Bowl. So what was the point?
Look, I'm just saying that Tom Brady. I'm just saying Tom Brady's gonna have a lot of experience. Tom Brady's gonna have a lot of experience with the nanny cam. You know, he's gonna have a lot of experience with the nanny cam since for the last 20 years he's been watching other people play. You know, he can at least watch his fucking kids play for a little bit at least. He can actually talk to his wife. He actually enjoy his life for once.
I mean, his kids are at the games.
Cap, he doesn't love them. Anyway. Is there anything else y'all wanted to talk about? Y'all really starting to piss me off now.
Bro, Josh was like, shut the fuck up, let me finish.
Hey, I will finish off by saying, Josh, it was good doing business. You got a Super Bowl ring. We got one. It's all good. You just got to get like 5 more, and then we can,
Damn.
Don't say damn, nigga. Get one. Get one. Get one. That towel.
I'm out of that conversation. I ain't got nothing to say about that.
Hey, Josh.
What?
Just know that if these niggas win, don't pull up to the city, bro. I'm gonna tell everybody that you're I'm gonna tell everybody. This nigga chose the Rams.
Bro,
don't pull up, and then niggas are gonna jump you on some fire.
When I pull up to the city. When I pull up to the city. Because I'll be in the city. Okay? I'll be there. Just show them this.
Yeah.
You coming for the bowl?
I dare you to wear some Ram shit.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
we in Cincinnati for the Super Bowl.
I'll be there.
Bengals.
Bought my ticket already. I'll be there.
Yes, sir. Tickets purchased.
Listen.
Show them this.
This was a dope episode. I'm sorry that Josh is not on the Joe Burrow train. He will be after next week. It is what it is. We got baby goat, Joe Burrow, bro. It's coming. Oh, it's on the way, bro. Yeah. It's on the way. Yeah, that's cool. It's fine. Do all that shit. I trust him.
Hey, I love it.
Let's go.
All I'm saying, they were calling Pat Mahomes.
Let's go. Fuck these niggas.
Let's go. All right. EITR, we out.
Let's go. Fuck.